Let's take a deep dive on command flags and arguments. I know we use some commands. We even used a flag in one of our assignments. But a lot of you probably ran into issues, right, with casing, with spaces. We didn't properly cover the syntax. So in this lesson, we'll go in detail over where to put the space, where to put the dash, when can you put the dash, when can you combine things, all sorts of things when it comes to syntax. Because if you don't know the rules right, that's when you start to run into issues. So let's start with command flags. Command flags are the options or switches, another name for flags, that essentially modify the command. So these flags will either add functionality or modify how they output. So you can include multiple flags. You can separate them by spaces. You can also combine the flags together. You only can do that when it's a single letter flag. We'll kind of go into a little bit of detail on these next bullet points. But just know you can have multiple flags. You don't have to choose one. You can use as many as you want. So the command name is followed by a space and then is followed by the flags. So flags start with a single dash, although some do have a double dash. That's the GNU format. For those double dash flags, you always need to separate them by spaces. You can't combine them. If you're the single dash flags, which for the most part, those are the ones we're going to cover, you can just combine those with spaces in between, or you can put them all in one dash, and then follow up that dash with all the letters that you want to use. It's not going to make a lot of sense now, right? Once we get to the actual commands, we'll cover some examples. Just know that you can combine multiple flags. So there is a helpful flag for those of us learning new commands, trying to get our head around the functionality, right? The features that Linux has to offer. Well, for each command, you can always run a dash dash help. So dash dash help flag displays a summary of how to use that command. So it'll give you syntax, it'll give you the available flags that you can use, and even a description on what each flag will do. Sometimes these can be hard to read, right? From the help section, you can always go online, right, for more information. And then hopefully, right, in our slides, our class, we'll go into way more detail than the help flag will. So command flags examples. Well, let's look at the ls command that we used in the previous lesson. So remember, ls command is to list the contents of your directory, to see what's inside the folder. In a GUI, right, we could just click the folder, see the files. But of course, now that we're working with CLI, we have to use our commands. So list command, ls command, that's what we use to see inside of a folder. Well, maybe I want more information. Well, I could do ls-l. That's going to give me the long format display. So it's going to give me greater detail showing the file permissions, the owner, the size, and the date created. There's some files that are hidden. Those are usually files that start with a period. They're usually like system files that contain some kind of configurations, files that usually users shouldn't be interacting with unless you're an advanced administrator. So those hidden files, they're hidden. You can't see them with ls. You have to do the -a flag in order to see those files as well. Now, ls is only going to show you the files directly inside that directory. If you want to see all the files inside the subfolders, the ones that are nested, nested means it's inside a folder, inside a folder, inside a folder, and so forth, right? If you want to see all the subfolders and those files, you have to do a -R. So that's going to do recursive look through all the directories and make sure it prints out everything. Very, very useful. And then if you want to sort them by time, you could do -T. If you want to sort by file size, you could do -S, uppercase S, and that'll be the largest files first. So here's an example of the ls-l command. Notice it's far more detail. I know there's a lot of stuff we don't understand yet, but by the end of the class, all these crazy symbols will make sense to you.